not known like a...
Let's hear it for the starting five of your Cleveland Cavaliers. At forward, 6'9", number 32, D-Wade. Starting at small forward, at 6'6", number 20, Jalen Tyson. At center, 6'11", number 31, Jared Allen. At point, standing 6'5", number 1, James Harden. At guard, 6'3", number 45, Donovan Mitchell.
And the NBA starting, Greg, to enter the third act of the regular season. A lot of teams looking for that extra gear right now.
Yeah, some fans might think that everything is decided at this point of the season, but there's a lot of games left and nothing is written in stone.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Out to the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's Gobert in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Harden. Allen with the screen for Harden. Connects from three-point range.
Harden has been lethal from outside for a long time. Add another to the career total.
Randall finds Gobert. Back to McDaniel. Pass to Edwards. The three. Buries the long-range jumper.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Harden can't hit. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Back to McDaniel. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
Attacking right away. McDaniels wasting no time there.
Harden the pass to Mitchell. Kicks it out to Harden. Wade a screen on DiVincenzo. Harden's shot is off. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
As James Harden's career has gone on, Clark, he has crept his way up the all-time scorers list.
Yeah, it's kind of been a low-key stealth march, if you will. I mean, as long as he stays healthy, I think he's going to end up cracking the top 10 in all-time assists and maybe even go higher up that list.
And here is DiVincenzo. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Shot by McDaniels, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Back to Harden. Wade a screen on DiVincenzo. And rejection by McDaniels.
The length of McDaniels, a big factor at both ends.
Knocks down the 3-ball.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Randall with a screen for DiVincenzo. Here is Edwards beyond the arc. They grab their own miss. And Gobert kicks to Randall, and he drops it in from the low post.
Randall really a force on the offensive glass. This guy plays with so much energy and excels at crashing the glass.
Now here's Harden. 9 points in the game so far. Mitchell in the corner from outside the arc. Minnesota with the rebound. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks. I spoke with the Cavaliers head coach for a bit. Coach spoke about how Rudy Gobert can change a game defensively. He had all the praise in the world, saying there are so few players at this level that can make a player fearful of shooting inside. Rudy is one of them. You have to get over the idea of hearing footsteps and be okay with having a shot blocked every now and then. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Count it.
Nice look by Randall to find his teammate. That'll make the coaches smile.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at the Timberwolves. Right now, the 6th best record in the conference, looking to hold on to playoff position and finish the regular season strong.
I think for Minnesota, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
Now here's Randall. 5 points in the game. Count that bucket. Randall's got 7 points in the game.
Randall's got an unorthodox game, but he's got a good, strong upper body, which makes him a very consistent scorer inside.
Mitchell with it. Now defended by Randall. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. You know, there's been some improvement in his free throw shooting this year. His percentage has taken a little jump compared to last season.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, the Timberwolves this summer signing extensions to keep their elite front court intact. In bringing back Julius Randle and Naz Reid, they maintain a team strength, one that seems more necessary than ever in the loaded West, guys.
You got it. Making the commitment. Okay, Shams, thanks for the report. Now here's Harden. Following the miss by Julius Randle. And stolen by DiVincenzo. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And it's a completely new group for Cleveland. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's jacked in for Rudy Gobert. Dosunmu comes in for Randall. Bones Island is jacked in for Edwards. And it's Mike Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now here's Schroeder. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
From beyond the arc, Schroeder can be so effective. Defenses need to watch him out there. You can't sleep on him at the three-point line.
Pass to Reid. Nance with it, and it's Reid picking him up. Schroeder, left side. Middle on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pass to Highland. Puts up a deep three from beyond the arc and then some.
Oh, beautiful looking shot. I mean, when you can hit it from that deep, wow.
The drive by Schroeder. And it's good, 2 points. Schroeder's got 5 points so far.
Schroeder is so quick. He can get to the hoop at will. He's a really dynamic player, especially on the drive.
Now, here's McDaniel. Hoping to put that miserable performance against the Clippers behind him tonight. Conley with a wide-open look. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Merrill. No scoring in this one. And again, it's Cleveland.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Now here's Conley. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Schroeder passes to Nance. Here's Merrill. Drops in the tray. Now just a 1-point Minnesota lead.
That is what we talk about. Make the next pass. Fantastic feed.
Here's Reed. Buries it down low.
And that's how you move the ball, putting the defense in a really tough spot.
And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Timberwolves lead by 3. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
I really like how they're knifing inside with confidence, exploiting any openings they see in the defense, taking advantage.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
We've got Sam Merrill, Harden out there with Keon Ellis. And it's Nance. And it's Tomlin in at the 4. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second.
In the first quarter, he was killing them from outside, but he can't get it going here.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
It's Harden with the drive. And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top 4 generals of all time. The guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow. If we're talking traditional point guards, I got to go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
Reed kicks to Conley. 17-foot shot on the way. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Harden, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
I don't think there's anybody better than Harden at converting through contact. Superb in that area because he's crafty, he's strong, and he's skilled.
Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Larry Nance. No Sumu with it. 11 points last game. Here's Juzang. Inside. Here's Berringshane. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
Minnesota's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Cavaliers trying to make the most of their championship window. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, quote, "What I've learned is that this isn't forever. We're not invincible. You have to appreciate this because it doesn't come around too often. Not every locker room is like this." Back to you.
Connected and driven. Allie, we appreciate the report.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And so Harden will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Out of hand on it. Here's Juzang from 11 feet away. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. The Cavaliers trailing. Clark Naz Reed, a former 6-man award winner in this league.
Yeah, I tell you, he was given the nickname Big Jelly in high school, and it has stuck with him. In fact, they've got some great T-shirts with that on it. And to be honest, I like it. I just would like to know the backstory as to how he became Big Jelly. His game is pretty sweet, too. And, you know, Harden's exceptional kick, getting out on the break in transition. I mean, running exactly the right path and getting it done.
Dosunmu, the pass to Reed. To the paint, looking for Gobert. He gets it there. Banked in off the glass.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint. Cleveland
has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Nance sets a screen for Harden. Another miss by Harden.
Not his best work at all. This is a quarter he'd rather forget.
Pass to Dosunmu. James Harden with the rebound. Cleveland's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. And it's Mitchell missing. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Dosunmu, the pass to Reed from past the arc. Harden grabs the miss. Now Cleveland shooting 40% since the beginning of the second quarter. Mitchell outside. Here's Harden on the wing. 23 points his last outing.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Dosunmu finds McDaniel. 6 on the shot clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Reed misses.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Nance sets a screen for Harden. Harden, money from the arc.
In attack mode and looking to score whenever he can, this is Harden at his best.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. A different look now for Cleveland. Allen's checked in for Nance. Lee comes in for Sam Merrill. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for James Harden. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Dosunmu. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Kept alive. Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, defensively, you know you need to box out Gobert. That's a missed assignment right there.
Allen, a screen on Edwards. Here's Mitchell. Right to the hoop. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That's on Jaden McDaniel. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
Oh, man, their mid-range jumper also has been on fire. Tough to beat a group of guys shooting with that much confidence.
The Cavaliers have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. 1:39 left to play here in the half. Down low, it's deflected. Allen dishes to Schroeder. And here's Mitchell from the arc. That miss is his 4th this game. He's shooting 3 for 7 from the field. And in 2028, Cleveland poised, GA, to welcome the WNBA's 16th franchise.
Reviving the name and branding of the Cleveland Rockers, one of the W's inaugural teams that folded back in 2003, soon back on stage after a quarter-century hiatus.
Dosunmu, he's checked in for Minnesota.
And there's an edge to Mitchell's game. He wants to be the guy in charge, and if that means he's got to get physical, he'll do it.
DiVincenzo passes to McDaniels. To the inside, here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Edwards against Mitchell. To the middle, here's Allen. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. McDaniels passes to Dosunmu, and Cleveland turns it over again. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You've got to trust in the system.
And so good off the bounce. Edwards working on his shot off the catch, and it is paying off.
Mitchell outside. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. Driving the lane. Yep, that one goes in there. Mitchell's got it all tied up now for the Cavs. James Harden getting it done for Cleveland. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Right back after this break.
45.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our mid-season Eastern Conference standings.
I think for Cleveland, they've underperformed thus far, but they're still tremendous. Now comes the hard part. They've got to tinker with the team until they find that championship recipe.
And next up, let's take a look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, who seem pretty well matched in their game.
They're getting bullied on the defensive end, but they're still standing. That says something.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
On the court for Minnesota, guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. And it's McDaniels at the small forward position.
Harden is known for his creativity. Can't lose him in the screen and roll, or he'll take you to school.
Over in the corner, Edwards. McDaniels outside. And the three off target.
Well, he won't miss many of those, not when he gets a good look like that.
Back to Mitchell. Mitchell, explosive finish.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. Timberwolves trail by 4. And Greg, what stands out most about Donovan Mitchell's game?
I think it's his consistency. He's a fearsome scorer.
Boy, Julius Randle putting some spice on that jam.
Al Harden, 23 points in the game. Allen, a screen on DiVincenzo. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
For three, Edwards. The shot, no good. Harden against DiVincenzo. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Jarrett Allen. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to DiVincenzo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jarrett Allen, and a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
Harden looking it over. Gobert with the block.
Gobert denying that chance at the rim. The Stifle Tower doing his thing.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Tight defense on him. An NBA champion with the Bucks. Clark, what do you think about Dante DiVincenzo?
Boy, the guy's a winner. I mean, I think about his spectacular performance in the championship game back in 2018. And then he plays hard all the time. I mean, he's willing to do whatever it takes to help the team win. And his defense and three-point shooting bring great value to his team. They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
And when it comes to drawing fouls, few better than Harden in the history of our game.
Ranked last season, the Cavaliers with 64 wins. That's the third most in franchise history.
But crushing disappointment, then losing in the second round. They knew they'd be criticized and acknowledged they need to be tougher mentally.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Rudy Gobert talked about his objectives. He said, my goal is to be the best defender ever. And now my only focus is to win a championship and to keep impacting my team. Keep trying to make my team the top defense in the league. I think that's the best measure of an all-time defender. Guys?
He can lock it down. Okay, Allie, thanks. Edwards, no good. The Cavaliers leading. Pass to Allen. Lead outside. Cleveland moving it around. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Edwards.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
It's good.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. DiVincenzo against Harden. No good with the triple. Minnesota's gone 6 of 14 with the three ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Edwards against Mitchell for the lead. It's hauled in by the Cavaliers.
No matter how good you are, it's tough with the defender draped all over you.
Harden against DiVincenzo. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for them. From the line, and a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Allen's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Edwards passes to DiVincenzo. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards. And the Timberwolves lead by 2. Here's Harden. Kicks it out to Allen. Pass to Tyson. Mitchell left side. Harden outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. So Clark, looking at the history of the Timberwolves, they're in the most successful stretch ever.
Yeah, you look at the first 24 seasons, Minnesota won just 2 playoff series total. They've won 4 rounds in the last 2 years alone in the playoffs. You know, what's been the key if you ask that question? I'd say having that guy Anthony Edwards is where you start.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Harry Nance is checked in for Jared Allen. And it's Sam Merrill in for Wade.
This is what they were hoping to get from him tonight. Solid performance.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. A different look now for Cleveland. Tomlin's checked in, and Dennis Schroeder subbed in for James Harden. Reed, he's checked in for Minnesota. Mike Conley comes in for Julius Randle. Edwards against Mitchell. Nance a screen on Edwards. Here's Mitchell, and rejection by McDaniels. Edwards against Mitchell. Pass to McDaniels. Hits the three-point bomb. And now a 5-point Timberwolves lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
And I've also noticed how opportunistic they've been off turnover. Doing a really good job taking advantage of the opponent's mistakes.
And bursting through inside. So difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
Conley surveying the D. Pass to McDaniels. Outside, Reed. They get it back. Tries again. Dosunmu, the pass to Reed. Nance with some nice D.
They are winning despite his efforts. He's been off all night.
Schroeder kicks to Mitchell. Kicks it out to Schroeder. There's the triple. Drills the three-pointer. Schroeder's got the game tied up here for the Cavs.
Showing you he can score off the ball. Dennis Schroeder has improved his shot since joining the league.
Reed finds Edwards. Back to Reed. To the inside. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Edwards careening his way to the rim.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Mitchell with it, and it's Reed picking him up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Keon Ellis, he's checked in for Cleveland. Minnesota also making some changes. Phillips, he's checked in for McDaniels. And Bones Island subbed in for Edwards. 2 points, that one goes.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Tomlin, no good on the 3. Right side, Conley. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more. And so it's Minnesota heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll return shortly. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And the Timberwolves with possession here. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Ellis is out there with Harden. Then there's Larry Nance. Then it's Sam Merrill. And it's Tomlin in at the 4 slot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
I think everybody in the building expecting them to make that collective shot.
Harden outside. Nance a screen. Shoots the 3. And James Harden good for 3. Harden's got 11 points here in just the second half. Conley kicks to Reed. Randall down low. It's good again, and the next one 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Randall, another bucket. Continues to expand his offensive game.
Nance, right side. Conley against Harden. Nance sets a screen for Harden. What a finish from Harden.
He's doing everything he can, though he might have to do even more.
Pass to Randall. Lets it go from deep. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists in the game. Harden against Conley. Here's the screen. Harden's shot is off.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him that he's up off the three.
Puts the move on. Oh, look at Harden climbing!
Harden's ball handling is absolutely off the chain insane. I mean, easily carving up the defense. Superb control. Got it on the string.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. For the Cavaliers, Bryant comes in for Nance, and Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Keon Ellis. Edwards, he's checked in for Minnesota. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForge on the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He told his guys, quote, "Do not get complacent. No coasting to the finish line here. Stay on the gas, keep the energy up, and close it out. Coach doesn't just want them to hang on to this lead. He wants them to extend it."
Okay, Allie, thank you.
A proven score. When Harden gets into a flow like this, he can pile up the points.
Pass to Randall. Shoots from 12. Basket counts. Randall's got 7 now in this quarter.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Harden, no good. Timberwolves leading by 4. Inside. And finished off by Edwards.
Boy, the athleticism of Edwards is something to behold. Love watching him sky up to throw it down.
Here's Harden. Pulled the shot a little late, but the bounce goes his way. Harden's got 41.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game. They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Harden. Getting inside. It's Harden.
He's trying to carry them back into this game. He's absolutely feeling it this quarter.
Harden against Highland. Pass to Randall. Down low. Reed. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got assist number 5 here tonight.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. Both teams changing it up here. The Cavaliers trail by 6. And here's Harden. Harden draws the double and slam dunk by Allen.
And you know, guys, all it takes is inside positioning. As soon as you give Allen that, it's pretty much a wrap.
The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the 4th quarter. Here's DiVincenzo, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by DiVincenzo.
Look, the intentions were good. I like the unselfishness, but the execution, a lot to be desired.
Mitchell finds Harden. Harden draws the double. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Gobert with the block.
This is what Gobert is known for, his ability to swat shots away with ease.
Misses off the right iron. And it's Harden with the ball for the Cavaliers. Trailing by 4. Gobert with the block. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's tightly guarded. Edwards, count it, nails it from 14.
And with the way he can rise, Edwards able to get that shot off anytime.
And so Harden will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Oh, softly lays it in.
He's been excellent in this period. Even though they're down, he's keeping them close.
Now McDaniels. Now here's Gobert. Clock at 6. Let's lose a 3. Can't get it to go. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Harden. He gets it to go.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
Randall outside. The 3 doesn't go.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
It's the first that narrows the gap to 1.
Nobody quite like Harden to run your offense. He knows the ins and outs like very few do.
And you really can't say enough about his composure in the big moments, as cool as they come.
Edwards. Nice step back. Sweet move.
Edwards is who you want to go to in the clutch. When you need points, Ant will usually find a way to get them for you.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. It's stolen by DiVincenzo. Mitchell with the steal. Now Harden. Harden draws the double. It's Allen. Now Wade. 6 to shoot. Stolen by McDaniels. No stopping him that time. Fouled up. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Reviewing closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. You're double-checking, and the game continues on. And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
That was a strong dunk.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Now Allen, Wade outside. No good from three.
Really hard to stay competitive when you're taking low percentage shots.
And that's an intentional foul.
Second team foul. At the line for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert. 2 shots.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaking. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Harden, good. That's another bucket.
And he has been hot as a kettle in serving up all comers.
And making a little history tonight as he just tied for the third most 50-point games in league history.
Tying up none other than Kobe Bryant with 25. And when you're being compared with him, you know you're doing something right.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
HARDEN. First. Third team foul. At the line for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Those free throws right there now give them a little bit of breathing room.
Harden fires. And the 3 misses. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8.
Taking 2 shots.
And so both free throws are...
Man, that's a bit of a strange choice right there. A tech is the last thing you want right now.
And the free throw, no good. And so Minnesota takes the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any